Okay, go ahead.
Hi everyone, my name is Anas Ibrahim, and here is my colleague Amjad Matar, and today we are going to be presenting the Risk Management Consulting Report for Maple Global Imports. Next, please. So the background, we are going to go through it really quick. So the company name is Maple Global Import. It's a Toronto-based importer for EV batteries. As you all know that the EV batteries are coming to the market and it's really the future of the automotive industry. The key challenges that we figured out are three main challenges. The first one is the cross-border contractual disputes, and the second one is the strict import regulations for EV batteries, and the third one is the employment law compliance risks. Next, please. And here in the executive summary, the consulting firm, which is GLSC, a Toronto-based legal risk experts, we figured out like there is the risk assessed. We have three of them. The first one, like we said earlier, is the contractual disputes. It has a high risk. So the level of the risk in the contractual disputes is high, and the import regulations non-compliance, it's a moderate to high risk, and the employment law violations, it's moderate risk. So the solutions proposed, number one was the Incoterms 2020, adding to the arbitration clause. And the second solution that was proposed was customs broker partnership, adding to CEPA audits. And the third one is the ESA, compliant HR policies, and the OHSA training. Next, please. So here for the first risk, which is the contractual disputes, the root cause is the vague terms, the delivery delays, which we have the fishbone diagram for, and the solutions are the Incoterms, like we said, 2020, for shipping clarity, and and the neutral arbitration clause, like Singapore, for example, and the quality inspection protocols. So we have to follow these steps to make sure to avoid all of those risks and minimize them. And I'm just gonna take the lead from here. Thank you.
Thank you, Anas. Thank you. I'll address the second and the third risks. The second risk that we identified as the consultants for helping the Maple company was the import regulation compliance. We find out with the electric vehicles batteries, there is a lot of lack of in-house customs expertise within the Maple company. The solutions that we are willing to help Maple the importer to address was to address the licensed custom or offer them a training for a licensed customs broker for the CBSA, the Canadian Border Agency filings, which is and the forms of the importing and regulations. The other one was the quarterly CEPA audits. The CEPA audits stands for the Canadian Environmental Protection Act. So we will help the company understand what is it and for them to run a quarterly audits on their imports and the regulations and definitely prepare them for a list of potential risks when it comes to the environment protection. The third risk was the employment law violations with the increased number of employees that the company is going to hire for with the adaptation of the electric vehicles over time. We think we really need to have this ambiguity of unclear Employment Standard Act and the Ontario Occupational Safety and Health Administration policies. So, in order to do that, we will standardize the company employment standard acts compliant contracts, so they have it as per the regulations. The second is we will help them to run a biannual Ontario Occupational and Safety and Health Administration training with an HR compliance officer from our side. To do this, both together, myself and my colleague consultant Anas, we will run in this implementation timeline. We think we can do the draft template contracts. Anas can do it within 2 weeks. And the end date should be within the week 3. The training of the staff on Incoterms, as consultant Anas mentioned, is going to take as well 3 weeks. 1 week in duration, and it should start in week 3, ends in week 4. I'll do the rest of the 4 tasks that relates to the 2 risks. Hiring custom brokers, duration is 3 weeks, starting in week 1. Develop a compliance checklist, duration is 2 weeks, and we will run it in the second week just to avoid a lot of activities in week 1. And drafting the Employment Standard Act aligned contracts in the week 4, in the 4th week of the contract. And it should start in week 1. That's the most lengthy process that we will go through. The last was schedule an Ontario Health and Safety Act trainings. That's the biannual, as I mentioned, and it will start in week 2, and it's a continuous effort. Conclusions and next steps. With implementing this procedural and training and going through the acts that we've identified as being the acts that will address the company's risks, we think that we will have the fewer disputes for the company. We're avoiding them getting penalties, going through the violations in case of any. Compliant workplace as well, ensuring that they are compliant. The next steps is we will run through a GLSA follow-up audit in 6 months and insurance for contractual liabilities with an insurance company. So we wanted to discuss with the GLSC, the global company, how we can support them, and how we can support Maple Global further through our company, myself and Anas, GLSC. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a good day.